Good evening and welcome to this week's Black Mental Health is Black Health. It is Black Music Month and we have a Black music jewel with us today. You're going to find out in just a minute who I am speaking with. But first, we always start off with some deep breaths. 3 cleansing deep breaths. Why? To remind you that just taking a deep breath adds more oxygen to your brain, oxygen going through your body, helps you just calm and relax. So breathe with me. I'll count to 4 and say breathe in slowly. I'll say breathe out slowly and count to 4. And we'll do this 3 times just to cleanse and relax. So let's get started. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. One more. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Just that moment to say, whoo, and move forward. So, yeah, let's get our breathing on. And as I said, we have an amazing guest. I am so excited. But before I tell you about my guest, if you're here, like us, give us a like, share it, make a comment throughout the night so we can just get out there and let more people know. If you're on Facebook, share it. So today we have with us Tweed Smith. She is the only, well, no, I'm going to let her tell you who she is. And those of us who got a little numbers behind our age and we go back, we know about the group War. And she's going to tell you all about herself. But first, just tell us your name and something cool about you. Go for it.
Well, hello everyone, and I am so thrilled to be a part of this wonderful program this evening. My name is Tweed Smith. I am the only female member of the world-renowned group War, and we received our star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on June the 5th, during this wonderful celebratory month of Black music. And I am just so excited to be here with you, my dear.
Thank you. And as she mentioned, June is Black Music Month. We're celebrating all genres of music. And why not have a legend, someone here from the legendary group War, to speak with us? And will say she's a native Texan. And the more we talked, we found out how many people we have in common. So, small world with just a few degrees of separation. So it's really been amazing getting to know her, and I'm going to let you have the opportunity to get to know her as well. So you were a member of the group War. Tell us a little about how did you even become a member of the group War?
An amazing story. I was and still is the biggest fan of the music ever. And um, War and I met in 1974. We met during a fashion. One of my brothers that was a fashion designer had a dashiki design for Papa D, and he wanted to get that to Papa D, and he knew that I was in the music business and that I knew they were coming to town, and I knew some of the people that was involved with the event. So yes, I did get us in, and yes, we did meet War. And little did I know that I would ever be a part of the group, but I was introduced to them in 1974. In 1979, they added me in celebration of their second decade of recording.
Wow. Um, and being the only female member of the group, that's a special designation. What was that like?
Ah, what a thrill, what an honor um, to be a part of such a world renowned group. You must remember, as I said, they added me in celebration of their second decade of recording. So they had took the world by storm with all this great music of every genre, uh, every uh, platform they had covered. And the only thing they didn't have was a girl. They never planned on having a girl. Harold
Mm,
Brown, my brother Harold Brown, called me and said, I was living in Denver, Colorado in 1978. And he called me, he said, look, I wrote a song and the name of it is Coins and Calluses. I want a gospel feel on this song. Can you come and do it? And the answer, of course, yes, yes, of course, I can come and do it. And so that's how uh, I loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly, like,
mm.
and uh, that's when the producers and all heard me, and I did what Harold wanted on his music, on the song that he wrote, was, you know, he was a big part of. And they got the idea, the producers, and they got the idea, let's give the band a girl for their second decade of recording. And like I said, it just jumped off that way. Nobody really planned that. Divine order has always placed me in some marvelous places.
That is marvelous. And just to remind my audience, some of the songs you may remember from War, The World is a Ghetto, Cisco Kid, Why Can't We Be Friends, Lowrider, so many songs. They had so many. That's just to name a few.
They celebrate 50 years of Why Can't We Be Friends this year. And that was part of the ceremony when we went to um, Hollywood this hey, a few weeks ago, just on the 5th of
Mhm.
June. Uh, of course, our host was Jimmy Jam, and George Lopez spoke so highly of how much war painted the tapestry of his life, their music,
Mm,
and uh, why they were uh, the theme song for his show, because they felt so much like family to him.
right, it
And
was.
yeah, and it was just a thrilling, uh, wonderful thing to be a part of such a historical group such as War. Uh, like I said, no one, none of us planned that. Divine order has always placed me in places, and I'm always uh, very humbled by the situations of being a part of something much greater than myself.
Mm-hmm. What was it like traveling, and what are some of the places? Did you travel internationally with the group, or with
Oh
what was that
yes, oh it was wonderful. They were so protective. Uh, they were all my big brothers. It was like
like?
having 7 brothers. And when I was with the band, they had added a few other instruments to. They had added another drummer, the music band. I'm on the series albums of War the Music Band. I think there's about 5 of them, and on the MCA label. And we were on the music band tour, War the Music Band, and we
Mhm.
hit every I mean, all the platforms the big platforms. I was on American Bandstand. I was on Soul Train. I was on, at the time, the big shows were the Merv Griffin and the Mike Douglas. And, we were on those, and the Don Kirshner rock concerts, and the
Mhm.
Ruby Sales shows, and I mean, just we paid for uh, kings and princesses all over the world, and it was just. Like I said, a whirlwind of uh, of of energy that they bring and that they share through their music, and me being a part of it was just phenomenal to me. I absorbed so much, just like a sponge. I absorbed so much, and it was on the spot training because
Mhm.
I surely been in business for years. in the music business, but never at the capacity as which was presented to me and given me by the group War. Let me see, these guys uh, gave me a worldwide stage, a worldwide platform.
Awesome. Did you perform and sing with any other groups or any other like theater or anything else?
Surely, surely, I toured with Jesus Christ Superstar. It was a rock opera, very
Mhm.
popular back some years back with the American National Touring Company. I've recorded with the great Sly Stone, who we just lost recently, on a song called "Who in the Funk Do You Think You Are?" And it's on all platforms. You can go listen to it. Everybody's playing it now.
Mhm.
With Ringo Starr of the Beatles, Ron Woods of the Rolling Stones, who produced his album, The Rose, and I'm on that particular album. Ringo Starr, Miss Diane Reeves and I are on Ronnie Law's Every Generation. Um, Bobby Womack, I'm on Love Is Finally Come at Last with he and Patti LaBelle. So I've worked with the greatest of greats, and but being a member of War is what took me there. That's
Mhm.
that's what gave me the opportunity to meet all of those great people.
That is awesome. I'm going to take a break from talking about performing and ask you this. This show looks at Black mental health, and it is my
Yes.
contention that everything we do impacts our mental health. So I want to ask you, how do you feel music impacts our mental health?
Oh my goodness, music is such has such a profound uh, impact on mental health because it can take you to another place, and music is so therapeutic. I have had some wonderful opportunities to uh, use music in uh, it as a therapeutic tool for many things. Uh, but let me just say this: your mental health has a, a special place for music, and it is wherever. If you are down, uh, music can take you higher. If you are up and you want to kind of mellow out, music can give you a mellow mood, can put you in a mellow mood. Uh, uh, if you want to start your day and you want to energize yourself, uh, music can take
Mhm.
you there, give you a lift. I just cannot imagine a world without music, and uh, it, it is so essential for your mental state. Use it at all time. Never exclude the music. Never exclude the music, and allow yourself to enjoy music from every avenue. Don't just get locked into, I just like this, I don't like that. Explore the music. Allow music to take you places, travel with it, and it will do things wonderful for your life.
And that is so true. Music is so important, and it also not just our mental health, but even just academically. Studies show that there's a relationship to doing well in math and understanding math with music. Because if you think about it, music is math: a whole note, a quarter note, a half note. You can do fractions,
Exactly.
and the beat and the rhythm
Exactly.
and the syncopation is mathematical.
It
So
is.
academic, it's mental, and I so agree that music can impact our mood. You're right. And you can play a song to make you feel a certain way. Like you said, I'm just in a funk. Oh, and you're feeling that way. That certain song might get you up and you forget you're in a funk.
Exactly.
You're feeling good, good, good. Or, I'm just tired. I don't want to think. I just need to bellow out. And you just play that song. Music really speaks to us and can totally impact our mood. I totally agree with that.
It does because as who we are. Creativity connects us to the creator. If you have no connection, you have no creativity. And the arts itself uh, is so uh, much uh, a part of that. When I say the arts, I mean music, I mean dance, I
Mhm.
mean acting, I mean photography, I mean uh, 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 not just painting a picture, but if you see a certain thing and can capture it, uh, I
Mhm.
mean, I mean poetry, literature, I mean
Mhm.
all of those things of the arts, the fine arts, uh, those things, include them in your life. And music is just one avenue to the arts, but it leads you into many more. And there's
Yeah.
an art to everything you do in life. There's an art to doing math. There's an art to chemistry. There's an art to uh, your formulas of algebra. There's an art to it, and once you in that niche, and the reason music plays such a big part of it is that our heartbeat is connected to music. Uh, we have a rhythm set for our lives, and as long as our heart is beating, we have music. And people say, "Oh, I have no musical connection. I have no music in my life, Miss Tweed." I'm like, "Oh no, baby, listen to your heartbeat." And War did a song that says just that: "Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your heartbeat." And it's so essential, so very important.
It is. And I love the way you connect all the arts to our well being because the show says Black mental health is Black health and our health, our overall being. And I
Yes,
like to say it's our physical, mental, and spiritual well being, our physical, mental, and spiritual health. And music and the arts speak
yes,
to all of that. And I agree with you. We all have some kind of artistic ability. And, people know there's nothing artistic about me. I don't have any creativity. I
oh,
said, you
yes.
just haven't found it yet. Because you
But
may
even
cook a
knowledge,
certain meal different from somebody else, and that's your creativity. You
yes,
may walk a certain way, that you may dress, that's your creativity. So there is something about all of us that has a creativity, and tapping into that also helps us tap into our mental well-being because when we're creative, operating out of that right side of our brain, we can feel good.
yes, yes. It's so wonderful that you present that to your listening, to your audience. I am so thrilled, like I said, to be a part of it because if your mindset is not uh, centered and balanced, you will not be able to achieve at your highest capacity.
Mhm.
So I always encourage my loved ones to find a balance. There's always going to be some things that's going to make you say, oh, or make you say, wow, that was upside down. But don't stay there. Acknowledge that that was upside down, uh, and 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 maybe right side up is upside down. But wherever you
Mhm.
find a comfort zone, get there and be comfortable in that spot, and don't let things throw you out of uh,
Mhm.
uh, your focus, and focus on. I tell people, focus on. Don't focus on the ugly. Focus on the
Mhm.
beautiful,
Yes.
because the beauty is in you. So focus on the beauty. Don't focus on the ugly. And if you find some ugly in you, you can always discord that. You don't have to hold on to that. You can always say, well, I'm not putting that on anymore. You know,
Mm.
that's ugly. I don't want to be like that. You can always balance that with beauty, with caring, and being, just being kind to someone else can put you back in focus of who you are.
I
And
like what you're saying about that beauty and that balance. And because you know what? We all from time to time have some ugly in us. If it's no more than that ugly thought you had that day because somebody drove in front of you.
Yeah,
And like you
that
say, let it go. We don't have
that's
to hold on to it. And
no,
maybe
don't
that's why maybe you need to turn on a song that's going to say, I'm feeling ugly right now. Let me put on that
yeah.
song that will switch my mood.
Yes, yes, Smile Happy. That's one of
Hmm.
those songs that you can always. Oh man, I get lost in the music, and I speaking of music, I continue to make music, and I continue to do music. Uh,
Tell us
I
about that. Do you have a group now that you're performing? Your own group, I believe it is.
certainly I do. Tweed Smith and the Internationals, and we have music that's on every platform. If you'd like to listen to some of the things that I'm doing now, it's called Blues of All Nations,
Mm.
and I have some more music coming out later this year. Uh, Festivals are in uh, things that I'm doing right now. I play those type of events, but I tell you, I'm just so excited, and anybody that wants to get in touch with me can get in touch with me through Turn Around Productions, and I'll give you that information. You can pass it on.
I will. I'll drop it in the chat, and for those who are watching can see it. And it is so good to see you're still out there, still performing. Now, and Tweed Smith and the International. So I guess you're still traveling.
Yes, we are. Tweet Smith and the Internationals, like I said, we're all over the country doing festivals, and out of the country also doing festivals. We recently returned from Brazil, and with great reception. Uh, One of our uh, the guitar player
Mm-hmm.
is from Brazil and
Oh,
Rio de Janeiro, and then the bass player was let me see, Ivory Coast of Africa. That's what he likes to say. But and we have international players that
yes.
come
Wow.
into the group, and not only from other countries, but that have had international exposure, that
Mm-hmm.
have played with other international artists, such as myself. So that's how the international came into to
I
play.
see.
Yeah.
Perfect name because you truly are internationals. There may be people listening, or maybe younger people, or even older people who want to know something else just about the music business. Because, as I say, we look holistically. What are some things you would want to say, maybe to a young person who says they want to get in the music business? I like music. I want to get in the music business, but I know there's something behind the scenes. There's more. What can you share to somebody who might say, I want to get in the music business in different aspects of it?
Well, music business is a great business, but you have to be about the business. I would say learn everything about the business, because if you want to go into the music business, there are many aspects, many avenues in music. Everybody cannot be a music performer. Uh, Everybody cannot be
Mm-hmm.
a musician. Uh, but everybody has a place in the music business. There are music engineers. There are entertainment attorneys, music attorneys. There are uh, set builders for those that have an eye for working with artists, music. There's stylists in fashion. Uh, that music has, I mean, everything. Everything in my life is music. So you can think along those lines, and then you can pay attention to what's going on around you, and how now artists are independent artists. So you want to find your independent spot in a
Mm-hmm.
business, and like I say, be about the business, and and stay true to form. I mean, of course, you want to succeed, and you do all that you can to be available for your opportunities. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, be very uh, scrutinizing when it comes to uh, the things that you sign, agree,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, check it out, uh, the insides before you say, uh, be so excited that you think that this is it, and there's
Mm.
much more. So that's the information that I give all of my young people. I want everybody to be in music. I wish everybody was doing something in music, because it applies to all of my life, and I know it has worked for years for me, and I know that I share it with the world, and I know what an impact it has on life, and so that's it.
Those are some good tips. And I think the first thing you came out with is what's so important. It is a business. You know,
Yes.
you maybe have younger people who just want to get in it, but
It looks
it's a
like such a
business.
good time and a party all the time. But
Right.
no, it's work, it's work, it's work. And believe me, uh, even after these many decades of my being in the business, I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. So never, never, never feel that you got it and you gone, because then
Mhm.
you are gone. Okay. So
Mhm.
always have room to uh, have that capacity to get some more, learn something different. Uh, don't uh, put yourself uh, in a place that you cannot uh, obtain a higher, or go to
Mhm.
another level, or just move around. Don't just think you're stuck there.
Right. I do
Explore.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I was telling someone earlier today, we should always be in a place where we realize we can learn and grow. When you, and this is personal opinion, when you come to a place where you feel you can't learn and grow anymore, it's time for you to leave this earth. You
That's a
can
great thing to
always
do.
continue. There's always something new to learn.
True. Yes.
And no matter how small or how large, it's always something, and the world is ever changing. And when it comes to our creativity, if it's learning something creative, my aunt in her 90s began making jewelry
My
in her
goodness.
90s. So that has
What?
been my true model of, oh yeah, we can always learn something new. And that ties in with the creativity,
It
making
does.
jewelry, just
It
whatever
does.
your
That's so
creative
that's
juices are.
art. Yes. It's
Right.
an
Make it art.
expression. An expression. Creative expressions was the name of a program that I had. It was used for a therapeutic form for young people that were caught up in a substance rehabilitation program.
Mm.
And
Mm.
it was creative expressions through all forms of creativity. If you are a writer, write. If you are musical, well, we do music. If you're a dancer, then you want to choreograph, put it together, and express the story and dance for me. If you're a painter, you're an artist. I need. I'm going to give you canvas, and we even brought culinary art in. You want to be creative with food? Let's do that. And it was just all creative form. If I could get someone that says, look, there's an art to the way that and my sister did that. There's an art to the way we do coding for gaming. And
Mm.
we want to show that. And so all of that, any creative expression, because if you can, if you feel in some kind of way and you can express it, get it out, then you can look at back at it in
Hmm.
that form. Yes.
That is so amazing. Believe it or not, we're out of time.
Oh no, I'm like, time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it
Oh,
does. And I know I
oh,
was having fun speaking with you and hearing the creativity you have, and the world renowned group War that you are a part of, and just so many other things you travel with. And you also speak to the ability to be balanced. You have this musical career, but you understand the value of mental health. You understand you're giving back to people. You talked about the program, you work with young people in substance abuse. Your creativity just speaks volumes to so many. So I want to thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
It's
And
my
that's a
joy.
message to everyone, even part of your mental health. Can you give back? And I thank you for that.
Yes, it's my joy.
As we end, I like to end each show with a call to action, something for you to do. Tap and my thing tonight is tap into your own creativity. As we said, everybody has some form of creativity. If you think you don't have any, ask your friends. They'll say, but you're great at doing something. So maybe it's the way you do something. So I challenge you all to tap into your creativity. So if you like what you hear tonight, share this on your pages. Share it, like it, follow me so you can hear it again and let others hear about the great Tweed Smith. I am your host, Bronwyn Lucas, the Black Couch Therapist, and I'm here to help you become a better you. Thanks again, Miss Tweed.
My joy. Have a great evening.
You as well.